Hey healthy bunnies! Now that it's winter time, I've adjusted my hair care regimen a little bit. People have asked me a couple of questions, so I wanted to share with you what I've done to adjust for the colder weather as well as the air tending to be a little bit more dry in the winter time. So my first product is the Carol's Daughter Healthy Hair Butter. You've probably seen me mention it on Instagram and Facebook. It is probably my #1 item of all time for hair. It's really helped me preserve my length by giving my hair a little more elasticity, a little bit more moisture, and it's a heavier cream. So if you have thick hair like I do, it's really great for that. I use it when I first wash my hair. I use it on my strands just to coat them and to seal them, but then I also use it during the week. I add to a water bottle. I'll add about 1 tablespoon of the hair butter, and then I add about 1/4 of a cup of water, and then whatever oil I choose to use with it, and then I shake that up, and that becomes my little daily moisturizer as I need it, especially when I'm in protective styles like this one here where my hair tends to be drier, especially down towards the bottom. It's great for spraying all over. My next item is jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is fantastic. The properties of jojoba oil are very similar to sebum, which is our natural oil in our skin, which comes, onto our face, our scalp, everywhere. But in the winter time, we really have to replenish it and keep it balanced. So jojoba oil is wonderful for this. A little fact I found out about jojoba oil that I didn't know is that the synthetic versus the real thing, there are no differences. So if you're able to find it for a cheaper price, don't be alarmed. It may be synthetic, but it works just as well. Now with this one, I do add this to my water bottle. When I mentioned before that I add my healthy hair butter to a water bottle, jojoba oil is usually the one I choose. I also use it right when I've washed my hair when it's still a little bit damp. I will just take some on like the palms of my hands and I will just rub it from like the roots all the way to the ends of my hair before I start with my regimen, adding everything else. Jojoba oil also works though as a makeup remover. It's very gentle, so if I'm removing maybe like mascara from my eyes or something like that, I usually use the oil first and then I'll use like my makeup remover cloths with it. My next one is vitamin E oil. Vitamin E has properties to replenish and repair, so I also add this to my water bottle. It's a little bit more concentrated since it's an essential oil, so I don't need very much, but like say if you're adding to your water bottle, you can just add a couple of drops to your water bottle. And this is another one that doubles as a skincare product. So if you've got any dark spots at all, then you want to use this on your skin as well. You could just put like a little bit on a Q-tip and then add that to your skin. But I use it for my scalp. Like if your scalp has gotten dry from the winter air or anything like that, you can just sort of put it onto the little problem areas and keep it moving. My next one is coconut oil. I think a lot of people are fans of coconut oil and they use it a ton of different ways. I really only use coconut oil in one part of my regimen, and that is as a pre-shampoo treatment. So what I do is before I detangle my hair, usually right when I'm about to wash it, it's super tangled, it's a little bit unmanageable, so I use really large amounts all over my head, and then I just seal with a plastic bag, and I wait about maybe 15-20 minutes until my hair has softened, and then I go ahead and detangle. I never just detangle on dry hair with no products in it. Now the great thing about putting the coconut oil on your hair before you wash is that it also reduces hydro fatigue. So what that means is when your hair does get wet when you're shampooing it, instead of your hair absorbing just a ton of water and swelling, it will reduce the amount of swelling that the hair has. When your hair swells and then goes back to normal, it can break. So you want to reduce that, and the coconut oil does a fantastic job of that. Now, if you have protein sensitive hair, then coconut oil may not be for you because it does help the hair to hold on to more protein. So just a little tip. My next product is shea butter, and I like shea butter because it's also a good way to seal your hair. It's pretty heavy, so again, really great for thick hair or for thick strands. So I use that throughout the week, not every day because it's a little bit heavier. I like the whipped shea butter. My next products are the Carol's Daughter Secretiare series. It's a shampoo and conditioner. They're both sulfate free, and I picked them up from Target. Great price. I just happened to be out of town and didn't bring my shampoo with me. Oh my gosh, the smell is really good and it lasts for a long time. Like I can smell it like a couple days later after I've washed my hair. It's a lot more of like a creamy texture and consistency, which I think is really great again when you're in those colder winter months where your hair is going to get dry and can possibly be damaged. I really like the conditioner. I do leave it on for a little longer than intended. I think on the instructions it says maybe like 5 minutes. I usually leave it on for 20 to 30 minutes, and that works really great for my hair. It's a lot easier to detangle after I have rinsed it entirely out of my hair. Last is the cassia treatments. I'm still doing those monthly. If you want more information about how to do a cassia treatment, I have a video on that, so I will link you below, but it's fantastic. If you've been thinking about doing henna but you're leery and you know that henna is a little bit more permanent, once you've done henna, you cannot dye your hair after that. So cassia is a much smaller commitment because it doesn't dye your hair and you can use your hands with no gloves because it doesn't stain your bathroom, but you do get those conditioning properties. And so I feel in the winter it's super important to protect my hair even more so I do these very consistently. So make sure you check out that video. Okay, so that's it for my hair care regimen. I do have natural hair, but even if you don't, these rules still pretty much apply. Cold air and just the winter time in general is pretty harsh on hair. So I hope this helps you, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. I'm going to have a ton more videos every Friday on cooking, hosting, and healthy living. So thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.